beware of those damn road snakes. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. So, those damn road snakes. I've just come back of a ride on the heroic Harley, got completely caked in mud. The bike is, well, it's covered in crud as well, so that's going to need a good old wash. Where's my minion when I need them? And anyway, so I went out to the Breaking Bad camper to, well, do a bit of fixing, as you do on these things. And on the way back, I thought I'd take the scenic route. You know, famous last words. Let me just take the scenic route as opposed to buzzing back home. So as I was riding along, and I got some footage here as well, the bike suddenly started doing this, sort of shimmying from left to right. It's almost as if the front wheel was coming off, and a couple of times I was looking at the front wheels, so what's going on? Now, of course, I knew what it was. It was these damn road snakes, or what I call road snakes, but I'm not sure what you guys would call them. Basically, it's unevenness in the road, or when they've joined up the road and it's kind of meanders a little bit like that, so you get like a little lip on the road surface, but it kind of meanders a little bit like that. So all of a sudden your front tyre, as you're going over it, it wants to roll that way, then it wants to roll that way, then it wants to roll that way. And in the end, you're kind of doing this with the bike. And it's slightly disconcerting, if you know what I mean. So anyway, so I had that on one little stretch. And then I was riding through the trees. Beautiful scenic little ride. And that's the reason why I took it, of course. But I hadn't taken that route in a long, long time. And the road surface was wet, so sometimes that's even harder to spot these kind of little undulations in the road surface, all these sort of differences in the road surface. And a lot of this is down to when they repair the road, but also a lot of it is down to when there's uneven wear on the road as well, especially after a winter here in the UK. You get the top layer off a tarmac road, of a bitumen road. Bits start flaking away, so then at some point they're going to need to resurface it. But in the meantime, you get this unevenness, and you can get this tracking where, you know, your front wheel can go over it, and then all of a sudden it starts to dance around quite a lot, so you end up going whoop whoop whoop, and you're thinking, what the hell's going on? So this exactly what happened here. You know, it was a wet surface, and I couldn't see where these little buggers were. They're all over the place. I mean, sometimes they're easy to spot. Let's say when they fixed the road up, and you think, right, I'm going to avoid that. It's a straight snake, if you know what I mean. You can see the line of tar where they put down. You think, okay, I'm just going to veer off to the left. But other times you can't. So anyway, I thought I'd bring that to you because, you know, I've had a bit of an eventful ride back, and it wasn't just on one little bit, you know, it was actually on a whole stretch of road that I was doing this the whole time. So there we go. And funny enough, for about 3 weeks ago, I was riding on the motorway here, and exactly the same thing happened again. You know, just going along the road, and this in a high-speed road. I was doing like 70 miles an hour and change, and then all of a sudden the bike started doing this as well, and exactly the same thing. So watch out for the road snakes, or what I call road snakes. You probably call them something completely different, but there we go. There's another garage that I go to here, or if you're in the United States, we call it a gas station, but a garage, what we call here. And it's an awkward exit from the garage because it's downhill. And then you're going to join a main road, and this main road is kind of sits a little bit higher, so you've got to go downhill. Then the lip to go onto the road is a little bit up, but that sits in a bit of a gully, and that gully is all broken up. The tar's all broken up, so, and also the road which you kind of have to join, it's almost coming at a bit of a bleak angle as well. So you kind of having to do this, but at the same time you're trying to figure out where your front tire's got to be. And then if you try and put your foot down, because it's sloping downhill as well, it's an accident waiting to happen. It's a bike drop waiting to happen. So I had to contend with that on the way in. A couple of road snakes, not too much on the way to the Breaking Bad camper. Then on the way back, the scenic route, I almost came a cropper quite a few times, or certainly The old sphincter was doing that a lot on the way back. But anyway, I thought I'd bring that to you. So watch out for the road snakes, watch out for the potholes, watch out for all the roads that might need a little bit of attention. Certainly coming off the winter roads and into the spring roads now, which many of you start to ride from now on as well. So certainly here in the UK, I've got to say, I've been riding throughout the winter, but I've got to say, this is probably the first year that I haven't ridden as much as I normally would. I mean, I'm still riding, you know, every other day, let's say, but nowhere near as much as I used to do. So in terms of mileage, I haven't put a lot of mileage on this winter. There's a number of reasons for that. I mean, my kind of work changed a little bit, so I was able to work from home a lot, but also a lot of the roads which I'd be going on, they'd be icy, so I chose to go in the truck. But also it's just one of the things, I was ill for a while, so lots of variables, and I haven't put the mileage on. The reason why I say that is because I've been meaning to do a follow-up video on the oil that I put into the bike last autumn, wasn't it? And then I changed it again just before Christmas in November. I didn't make a video about it, just to give you an update of how that oil is on my bike. And yeah, it's been great actually, not only in the autumn but over the winter as well. It's definitely made the engine smoother, let's say, and also a little bit quieter. I could still hear that ticking sound, but it's a lot quieter than it used to be, so it's not as urgent for me to attend now. And it's definitely an oil issue, so I much prefer this Westway oil than my last oil, which was a Castrol oil. So yeah, definitely this the Westway V-twin, that's a decent shout for an oil, I would say. The one other thing I was supposed to give you an update about what I'm going to do with my Harley. I'm definitely going to keep it for now. I'm looking possibly now at a July change, because that's when my insurance has to be renewed. So I thought if I'm going to change my bike, it'll probably be around about then. Undecided which way I'm going to go on that, if indeed I do go. I've been offered to ride a few more Harleys. Not really sure if I want to continue with the Harley route. Nothing against Harley, but I might try something different. If I am going to go somewhere, it's most likely going to be a BMW, because I really rate a couple of bikes, the RT and the K1600, which I really liked, those two bikes. But I say, I could, you know, I still love my bike. I get on my bike just now, and even though I'm having a few problems with those horrible road snakes, I still love riding my Harley. So I may just end up keeping it, you know, who it is. Anyway, listen, I thought I'd bring that to you. So the oil, the Westway oil, as a rough update for you guys who wanted to hear about it. Yeah, I rate it. I think it's good oil for the Harley. The heroic Harley still rides supreme, and yeah, I may keep hold of it. I may not. I'm still undecided. The website, I am going to continue with that now for at least another year. I've decided to continue with YouTube in general for at least another year or so and see how that goes. I was on the verge of just quitting everything and just saying, right, I'd say I'm too old for this. I'm just gonna go and do something different, which I've got other projects going on as well at the same time. But I thought, you know what, let me just keep the website for now and see how it goes, because I can also tag other things onto the website as well. So if you haven't gone to the website at all, go check out the website, RevelatorAlf.com. If you want to know about all the Harley Davidson stuff that I posted on there ages ago, if you go to the resources page, then you'll find Harley Davidson M8 as a link. Click on that. Then you have all the pages for Harley Davidson Milwaukee 8 engine or bikes, or whatever you want to search for. It's all there. Right. Anyway, with that, I'm going to go and get myself tidied up, have a spot of lunch, and go and do something else. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. And I will catch you again on another video coming very soon. Bye now.